Designing an accessory dwelling unit is of course personal, but how an ADU designed also has a big impact on the cost. So it's no surprise that hiring the right design firm is of critical importance. Looking through a designer's portfolio, though, isn't always a great indication of their style and their abilities. A good designer designs for their clients' needs and wants, not their own. So what you see might not actually be indicative of what they like or what they're capable of. So where do you even start? First, this is one of the ways Maxable helps homeowners. We seek out ADU architects and designers with deep expertise, a proven track record, and lots of very happy clients. Then we take them through a rigorous vetting process before we introduce them to you. Here are 5 questions you should be prepared to discuss with your designer or architect. Number 1, who are you building for? Did you know that an ADU designed for your grandpa is going to be wildly different than a unit designed for a renter? Things like wheelchair accessibility, no thresholds, walk-in showers, wider door frames, and lower countertops are all going to be essential for someone to age in place happily. As for a rental, things like extra durable finishes, increased privacy, a washer dryer, and extra storage are going to score you lots of points. Talk these over with your designer and make sure that these points are being considered in the design. Number 2, what are your short-term and long-term goals? Most homeowners aren't building their ADU to immediately turn around and sell it. In fact, the majority of our clients have owned their home for a long time and plan to continue to do so. With that being said, think about what you want to use the ADU for in the next 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years. It's not uncommon to design a unit for rental income now, but plan to house a family member later. And it's important that your designer understands this because it's far easier and less expensive to design it for every use now than to try to retrofit those changes down the road. Where do you want to place your ADU? ADU placement has a big impact on your privacy, the unit's privacy, and surprisingly cost. The further the unit is from the main home, the more privacy you'll have, but the more expense you'll incur because you have to trench the utility connections. You may want to place the unit close to the main home if you have an elderly family member moving in who might struggle to carry groceries from the curb to the door. Outside of these core issues, there are a few other things to consider, like, are there any trees that would block or impede the use of solar panels? If the driveway goes to the rear, do you want the ADU situated so that a car is shining their lights into the ADU? Do you have a neighboring property that you want to screen or preserve a view? Will the tenant have a small outdoor space, or are you still able to maintain a yard for your family? Number 4, what is your construction budget? Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Designers don't always understand the cost of what it is that they design. It's important to be upfront about your budget and to ask how the design decisions are gonna impact the overall cost. I'll give you a great example. I was having a call with a general contractor this week, and he was complaining because he was asked to bid on a very small 400 square foot ADU in San Jose. And this architecture firm had done a totally custom roof line for this unit. And instead of using engineered trusses, which you can kind of think of as like an erector set for roofs, they had done something totally custom. And it added $30,000 of cost to the project. Now, if you want a custom roof line, that's great. It's your prerogative, right? But that's a conversation that you should have with your architect or your designer so that you're not running into sticker shock down the road. And I think that a lot of people would rather sink an extra $30,000 into their bank account or higher end finishes, landscaping, or I don't know, maybe even a hot tub. So that's something that you want to think of and consider. Number 5. What are the features that you can and can't live without? Even with a tight budget, it's definitely possible to build your dream ADU or something very close to it. How? By identifying the features that are most important. So think through the 3 things that you don't want to compromise on and make sure that you communicate that to your designer. For example, let's say you've always wanted a loft in your ADU. We're not going to sugarcoat it. Building a loft is more expensive. But if it's something you've always dreamed about, your designer should have some ideas to cut costs in other areas of your ADU to get within your budget. That means going down from maybe a 2-bedroom to a 1-bedroom or downgrading to off-the-shelf finishes from Home Depot. There's nothing wrong with that. Your designer should be brainstorming with you from the beginning to make sure the design includes your must-have features. We can't guarantee that every designer out there is going to follow these guidelines of communication and transparency, but what we can do is point you towards our network of experienced designers and general contractors that will. Plus, Maxable only works with vetted ADU professionals with a proven track record of delivering quality designs that match as closely to the homeowner's vision and budget as possible. Make sure to click the link below to get our free ADU resources and the tools that we put together for you. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.